Hey, I'm Greg Mann, broker owner of Greater Orlando Realty. Welcome back to the GMANN Show. With me today, Andy Hall, Senior Vice President at Raymond James. Welcome to the show, Andy.
Thanks, Greg.
I want to first talk about what you do, because I'm intrigued with the financial world. You've been in this for a very long time. You deal with very high-end portfolios and you give great advice. So just give me a slight insight of what you do.
Well, I've been working for Raymond James for about 24 years, been in the business for over 25 years, and Raymond James allows financial advisors like me to manage each client individually. We've got all the tools necessary to create individual portfolios to help our clients grow, protect, preserve, and generate income from their portfolios. Personally, I deal with both individuals, businesses, charitable foundations, families, and each client is treated individually based on their needs, their risk tolerance, and what we can do to affect their lives for the future and their children's lives.
Hey, that's awesome. So basically you can take someone, direct them in the right way, help them build wealth, help that wealth continue through their family, down the generations, etc. If someone wants to get hold of you, how do they do that?
My office number is in New Smyrna, 386-427-2510, and our website is raymondjames.com/Halifax Wealth Management.
So honestly, if you want to get any advice, contact Andy straight away. Andy, we've known each other for quite some time. I've managed one of your properties now for 10 or 12 years easily. I wanted to talk about the property management side of things. First of all, what made you choose my company and the services we offer?
Well, I was looking for a local company that was more hands-on. I know there's some big companies out there, and I don't have a large portfolio of real estate. This is a house that's very personal to me.
It is, yeah.
I built the house myself. My daughter, who's now 30 years old, was born there in 1992.
Yeah.
And I intended it to be my forever house.
Yeah.
But things change as they do. So I had to move out, and I wanted the house to be kept as I would keep it, because I did have an intention to move back there at some point in time.
I can remember actually in that one closet, your daughter had a handprint on the back wall there for some time, and I kind of had to, we had to repaint that closet, which was a bit of a sad day. But so when you're looking for a property management company, you're looking for personal service. I think we provide that personal service. You know, you can reach me anytime. We've got a great team that you deal with. What other benefits do you really see from my service as a property manager? If you was on your own, for instance, managing a property, and like we just had a couple of hurricanes, what would you do?
Right. Well, that's very important to me. Obviously, I'm very, very busy in my own line of work, so I would never want to get a phone call at 2 o'clock in the morning saying that the toilet doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I wanted a management company, first and foremost, to vet the tenants, to make sure that the tenants that are living in a house that's very personal to me would treat the house with the respect almost of a homeowner. And then secondly, if there was an issue within the property, that it would be fixed not only promptly, but in the right way as well.
Yeah.
And talking about the hurricanes, we just went through Hurricane Ian,
Yeah.
and the house, just because of the volume of rain, we had some water damage, came in by the chimney, went down the drywall, damaged the hardwood floors. So it was a large project, so we had to fix the roof leak first, remove the drywall, remove the moisture, remove the hardwood floors, put it all back in place, and this was over the Thanksgiving period. So we had a family, we got a great family that you vetted as my tenants.
Yeah.
And you, with your service people, were able to repair that and get it back to where it should be within probably 35 days.
Yeah, it was actually an amazing project because there was a fair amount of damage to the house. I mean, it's water gets everywhere once it gets in, which is the main thing. But the key, I think, is really that, you know, you work with us as well. You know, you're a very flexible owner. The family wasn't kind of put out at all. We got everything done nicely for them. If you was going to advise a friend who needs property management, what would be the one piece of advice you would give them whilst they're looking for a manager?
I think the most important thing is the quality of the tradesman that you use and how quickly they get in there and fix that.
Okay.
Because it was a busy time. Everybody needed repairs.
Yeah.
And if those tenants weren't taken care of in an efficient manner, they would have probably had to move to a hotel. They wouldn't want to pay the rent.
Yeah.
So that would have snowballed. So the two things I would say is quality of tenants and the service that you provide. Because I think in my property, we probably had 6 tenants in the 12 years.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, we've had 6.
And the great thing is the current tenants were friends of the previous tenants who went to buy their own house.
Yes.
And they would go over to the house and love the house so much and be so happy with your service.
That they wanted to rent, didn't
they? They wanted to rent.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, let's just talk about the experience you receive behind the scenes. You use our portal, you get your direct payment through the portal. You've got a busy lifestyle, so you don't need a lot of phone calls and stuff, but everything we do is through the portal. How do you find that part of the service?
It's fine. I don't think we've ever had a late payment on the checks. I get the 1099, I get the cash flow analysis, so everything works as it should.
Yeah, so basically as a homeowner, you can just look in your bank account once a month and say, gosh, the check's arrived. That's fantastic. That's the goal. That's the thing we're trying to achieve, the point we're trying to get everybody to. It's not easy being in property management. It's not easy fixing things when they break. Sometimes it shouldn't be called property management. It's people management.
Yeah.
I want to thank you very much for putting your support into my business for the last 10, 12 years. I can't thank you enough for that. Again, if somebody wants to get hold of you for any financial advice, how do they best do that?
Either the telephone number directly to my office, 386-427-2510, or my website, raymondjames.com/Halifax Wealth Management. It's kind of a coincidence. I'm from Halifax, England.
You are, aren't you? Yeah.
And in New Smyrna Beach, where my office has been for the 24 years. You've got the Halifax River, so it kind of ties together my background, where I was from, and with what I do now in the local community. Well,
I appreciate you being on the show. Thank you very much. Good seeing you again.
Pleasure.
If you want to get hold of Andy Hall, honestly, he's a great financial advisor. He's a really good golfer, super cool guy. You know how to get hold of him. Thanks for watching this show. I'll be right back with the Mortgage Minute. See you soon.
Managing your investment property is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Sign up at GoRent123.com. 2. Let Greater Orlando Realty handle everything for you when it comes to managing your property. From qualifying tenants to collecting rent, processing maintenance requests, and everything in between. 3. Sit back, relax, and count all that money you're making. Earning passive income on your property is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Greater Orlando Realty. Visit GoRent123.com today.
Hey, I'm Greg Mann, broker owner of Greater Orlando Realty, and welcome back to the GMANN Show. We are back with Sonia Hishami from Edge Home Financing for the Mortgage Minute. Sonia, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Wow, we always talk about investors. We always talk about people trying to get into the market. Investment loans, tell me about them.
Well, there are 2 different kinds of investment loans. We have different products that fit different borrowers. Some people think of investments as commercial, and on the real estate side, if it's 5 properties or more, they're considered a commercial property. Anything 1 to 4 is, an individual investor can buy, they can buy more than 4 properties in their names, but 1 through 4 is considered something. If you came to me tomorrow and said, I want to buy 3 properties, 3 for rental properties, then we can put those on the lending side that caters to that segment.
So if I'm an investor, I'm the first-time investor. I want to buy one property.
Yes.
How much money do I need to have at hand? You know, if I'm buying a $400,000 home, do I need 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand? What's the process with that?
It's a great question. So to buy investment property, obviously you have your primary home first. And the second home, you can buy a second home and you can use those as Airbnb, or you can buy as investment home where it will be a long-term rental. For that, generally is 20% down plus closing costs.
So really, if I'm looking to get into my first long-term rental project, $80,000 plus my loan closing
Roughly
costs.
about 3% of.
Okay, so 100 grand is going to get me into my first investment property that I can then rent out and make money out of. Is there an appraisal?
Yes.
So I've got to have an appraisal, the property's got to appraise. What sort of rates am I going to get for my investment loan?
So these are amazing questions. And being a broker, I have the option to go out and shop around that loan. I have over 50 lenders that can give me, different loan options, different rates depending on the credit score, and depending on, if you want to put 25% down, you'll get a better rate. So every customer needs a direct conversation. We can always go out online even and check rates, but there's such a vague information out there. You can't really check your rates, specifically for each property, how many properties have how much, is your debt to income going to work? If your debt to income doesn't work, say you put 20% down, you want to buy a home, but your income is not enough to buy this investment property. Then we'll switch you over to something else called a DSCR loan, to where the rental income will work as your income for that property. So rates will be completely different for that product compared to a regular investment loan.
So what you're saying is don't get hung up too much on the rate.
Absolutely.
Look at the program that's best for you, that's going to give you the bigger, best overall picture.
Yes.
You can always refinance later down the road when rates start to tumble down as an investor. Investment rates are always higher than homestead rates.
Yes.
So you basically would work with an investor, give them a plan moving forward, because they're going to want to buy more than one property.
Yes.
And the first one's always the challenge.
Yes. And it's not always, it's actually a lot easier than people think. I think the decision is to make a decision to become an investor. Speak with a realtor such as yourself, because I know you have a lot of experience in that part. Speak with you, kind of come to an agreement of what's a comfortable, amount of a loan for them or a purchase price for them. We get them pre-approved. You show them the home, and then the rates are going to be about a point higher than a primary home, but they're not very much higher. And usually the rent that comes in usually covers it anyway. So yeah, that's not something to worry about with the rate right now.
Great. So if somebody wants to get hold of you, how do they do that?
My phone number is 407-403-8658, and my website is Loans with Sonia.
Sonia, thanks very much. Appreciate the Mortgage Minute. See you next time. We'll be right back with another segment of the show, so keep watching. We'll see you soon.
Managing your investment property is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Sign up at GoRent123.com. 2. Let Greater Orlando Realty handle everything for you when it comes to managing your property. From qualifying tenants to collecting rent, processing maintenance requests, and everything in between. 3. Sit back, relax, and count all that money you're making. Earning passive income on your property is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Greater Orlando Realty. Visit GoRent123.com today.
Hey, welcome back to the GMANN Show. Here with Laura Collins from First International Title. Laura, tell me what you do, tell me how you do it, and tell me how people get hold of you.
Thank you. I am Laura Collins with First International Title. My phone number is 314-265-9000. And I always appreciate a text to get to know me. I am one of the sales reps for the downtown office of First International Title. We do have 37 offices, and I represent our downtown office and Waterford Lakes office. One of the things about me with my clients are realtors and loan officers mostly, and anybody that's selling their house, they get to choose their title company. And so that's why a lot of people depend on their realtors to choose their title company, and that's why they're my clients. I have worked at Disney for 20 years, and anybody that works with me is going to have that kind of customer service that Disney has instilled in me. I love to help, I love to be available, and I want to make sure that they are growing their business, and it is about them.
So you'll do open houses, you'll go to offices, you'll help agents build their business, all with a cheerful smile. How do people get hold of you?
You can, again, get a hold of me, 314-265-9000.
I'm Greg Mann. This is the GMANN Show. If you want to contact me to sell your home, buy a home, rent a home, or be a landlord wanting to put a home into property management, 407-774-9858 or GoRent123.com. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.